Hello students, as we have completed chapter number 2, that is solutions. Now today I am moving towards the third unit of physical chemistry, that is electrochemistry. Okay? Now here first, before going to the chapter, I am reading one line here which is given. Chemical reactions can be used to produce electrical energy. Conversely, electrical energy can be used to carry out chemical reactions that do not proceed spontaneously. Means this particular statement is actually the key point या main key point of your chapter. Chemical reactions can be used to produce electricity. As you know, जो हम batteries वगैरह use करते हैं, the batteries which we use, all the batteries cells which we use, they are having some chemicals, and due to those chemicals the electrical energy is produced. In the same way, we can use the electrical energy to carry out the chemical reactions that do not proceed spontaneously. और इसी तरह हम इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी का यूज़ कर सकते हैं टू ब्रिंग आउट द केमिकल रिएक्शंस दैट डू नॉट प्रोसीड स्पॉन्टेनियसली. जैसे कि आपने इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस की प्रोसेस में पढ़ा है, बहुत बार पढ़ा है कि ड्यूरिंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस द एनर्जी इज सप्लाइड टू अ गिवन इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सोल्यूशन एंड देन द इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस प्रोसेस विल टेक्स प्लेस. ठीक है, इस तरह से दोनों चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. तो दिस इज़ द की पॉइंट ऑफ द चैप्टर. तो थोड़ा थोड़ा आइडिया तो मिल ही गया होगा कि हाउ द चैप्टर will go further. Now here first I am going to discuss some of the important points which we are going to study in this chapter, which are actually our objective. So here first point is describe an electrochemical cell and differentiate between galvanic and electrolytic cell. First of all we will actually differentiate between what is the difference between a galvanic cell and an electrolytic cell. Electrolysis we have learned so many times in our previous classes. ठीक है, here our main concept is to learn the electrochemical cell and we are going to learn galvanic cell too. ठीक है, now apply Nernst equation. Now one equation we will read, that is Nernst equation, which we will use for finding the electromotive force of given a galvanic cell, and then we will calculate the standard potential of the, that is of the cell, that is E degree of the cell. Next one, derive relationship between standard potential of the cell, Gibbs energy of the reaction and its equilibrium constant. ठीक है, now next one is related to your physics also. It is related to electrostatics chapter of your physics, that is define resistivity, you know better, conductivity and molar conductivity of ionic solutions. As chemistry deals with solutions, so here we are discussing these properties in context with ionic solutions. Then differentiate between ionic and electronic conductivity. Actually, what is the basic difference between electrolytic conductivity and electronic conductivity? Electronic conductivity, which you read in physics, that difference we are going to learn in this chapter. Then describe the method for measurement of conductivity of electrolytic solutions and calculation of their molar conductivity. Next is justify the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity of solutions with change in their concentration and define molar conductivity at infinite dilutions. ठीक है, these topics are very very interesting topics. If you will learn these topics nicely, so you will be automatically attracted towards these topics, and very easy also. Next one is enunciate Kohlrausch law and learn its applications. Here we will learn Kohlrausch law for finding the limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolyte. So I'll explain in detail. Then understand the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. Electrolysis already you have learned, but here we are going to actually describe electrolysis of few of the solutions to make how that electrolysis process is related to EMF. How is it related to EMF? Yeah, E degree value also. Okay. Now next one, describe the construction of some primary and secondary batteries and fuel cells. Then last one is explain corrosion as an electrochemical process. Here we are going to learn the electrochemical theory for corrosion. So these are the topics which we are going to learn in the chapter in detail. Now in next audio I'll explain the chapter further.